What's up, losers? Katie3 here. I hope everyone had a good time with their loved ones during the holidays. I did, but you know we can't go too long without some sort of nonsense happening. It's a new year, but the community is spouting the same old nonsense and I'm tired of it, you hear me? I'm absolutely fed up with some of these absolute garbage takes that I see on social media, in my comments, in my Discord server. I'm tired. Also join my Discord server. Back on topic. Remember when I said this? I think the most annoying thing about people on the internet is that they will over exaggerate to get some views. Then the viewers will mindlessly parrot their opinions like sheep. And anyone saying that I'm just mad because I don't have the power to do the exact same thing, you are absolutely right. Now like this video, subscribe right now, and spread my word as legislation. I'm pretty sure this is what's happening here, because this take is a special one that I keep seeing all over the place, especially from people that don't even play Persona. This is a strictly Persona 5 take, by the way, so you know a lot of people that probably don't even play the game or have no clue what they're even talking about share this opinion. So I'm gonna read this to you, and then I'm gonna break down why this take is silly. So the take reads like this. My hot take is Morgana is not that bad. The Okumura arc is written so poorly, but Morgana was right about Ryuji being a jackass for no reason and letting the fame go to his head. I can agree with that one. I know the go to bed memes were the thing when Vanilla came out, but P5R's writing fixes really helped, and I think Morgana is such a great sidekick, and his genuine support and banter over the course of the game makes his running away more poignant. Everyday life seems so empty without him just cheering you on for drinking a smoothie or reading on the train.
Objection!
Also, P4 is the best Persona overall.
Guess who's wrong?
P3 has a better overall story, but the pacing and social links make the game kind of a slog until the fall semester. I can agree with that. Persona 5 is stylistically so stunning, and the gameplay mechanics elevate pretty much every aspect of the game. Now, so this, what you've just heard, whatever that was before, that wasn't problematic, but this next upcoming part, this is what I have a problem with right here. Its story falls apart and contradicts its morals and base concepts almost immediately, and I hate the idea of tying gameplay mechanics to the confidants, as it makes your relationships transactional as opposed to wanting to befriend people out of genuinely desiring to learn about them and maintain a friendship.
Nope. You know, you're not the easiest person to talk to about this kind of stuff. Nope.
You know how many times I've heard someone say this to me, and by whom? I'll tell you, many times. And from people who don't even play the games. I'm sure this person did, but I need to know what YouTuber spread this nonsense into the world. Was it Donkey? I know that dude hates JRPGs, but this doesn't sound like something that he would say. When it comes to morals, I'm not even going to dive too deep into it because stuff like this is always going to be a slippery slope. Our leaders that fought for change in our world weren't always on the straight and narrow either. But to prove how asinine this complaint is, I'm going to read this statement to you from Joker's perspective. To the people of Japan, I have done some truly horrible things to you all during my time as the leader of the Phantom Thieves. I have committed the unforgivable crime of, one second, stopping a power-hungry gym teacher from assaulting his male students and sexually harassing his female students while family and staff were ignoring them. But hold on, we're just getting started. We all committed the morally reprehensible crime of stopping a con man from profiting off of the works of his students, as well as forcing him to admit to a murder that he committed. This is nothing so far. I am ashamed to admit that my associates and I forced a mob boss to confess to 1,000 atrocities that he committed as a crime boss. I wish we could stop here, but we're almost done. We also stopped a CEO from mistreating his workers, as well as selling off his daughter to move up in the political world. More importantly, we forced him to confess to paying a hitman to assassinate his competition for his business gains. Thank goodness we were not able to reveal his affiliates' names before he kicked the bucket. Forcing him to admit that wouldn't be morally correct, would it? Other crimes include stopping a corrupt prosecutor from wrongfully imprisoning children, stopping a corrupt politician from destroying Tokyo's future, preventing a god from controlling the cognition of the masses and stopping an attractive maniac from forcing people to live in an illusion. Hold on, they might have to actually lock me up for that one. Anyways, tell me how insane that speech sounded on a scale from 1 to 10 in the comments section. People act like Joker just forced changes of heart at every minor inconvenience, even though he left Mishima alone when he knew that the issue at hand was not important enough to force a change of heart. The Phantom Thieves saved lives, and to make anything else out of that is completely ridiculous. Just sounds like silly excuses to write off the game. Oh, and did you guys forget that this was something that Joker was forced into? If you played the game, you would know that already. Look, sometimes the masses get it wrong, and Twitter proves that every single day. The only morally questionable thing that came out of the actions of the Phantom Thieves was Ryuji's motives. All he cared about was getting laid. Still the best right-hand man though. But anyways, let's move on because we haven't gotten to the part that actually makes me mad yet. Due to the new mechanics, social links feel more transactional as opposed to being actual genuine connections. That's how it goes, right? Hey, have you ever played Kingdom Hearts before? Sora said something before that I think went along the lines of friends help each other, as well as my friends are my power. That has always been the motto since 3. You are encouraged to forge genuine bonds with people so that you may help each other in times of crisis. Did people forget that Joker had a mark on his record because he stood up for a woman that he did not know against a corrupt politician, knowing what the consequences would be? The Phantom Thieves constantly questioned if what they were doing was the right thing, even when they realized the stagnation of the nation was what the masses wanted. That's why I resonated with Persona 5 so much. Joker to me personally was the most relatable protagonist because he was also a stand-up guy who fought for what he believed in, regardless of the consequences or how people felt about it. Look, sometimes we get things right and other times we get things wrong. That's just part of being human. Were the Phantom Thieves supposed to just sit there and let lives get ruined when they had the power to make a change? What part of sticking your neck out and risking your life to make a positive impact on other people's lives is transactional? I feel like people who say stuff like this live in some fantasy land where everybody is a 100% morally correct, upstanding citizen. Newsflash, that's not reality and it never will be. Could have been at the end of Royal, but it was still an illusion. I can't even be surprised that people would say something this silly. It's much easier to throw bricks and hide your head than actually stand up for something. There is nothing that's stopping you from going to hang out with your favorite characters. Sure, you may miss out on some things, but it's not a big deal. You can still get through the game just fine. But if you insist on playing a game that isn't morally questionable with relationships that don't seem transactional, how about playing Neo The World Ends With You instead? Anyways, that concludes this video. I have nothing left to say regarding this matter. If you liked what you heard here, make sure you like, subscribe, and don't go around spreading silly nonsense like that ever again, please. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'd like to get back to enjoying my PS5. See ya!
And I'm out. Later, losers.